most of my coding now is on my phone. I feel like I actually just ran out of hard problems to give it. And now we're transitioning to the point where agents are prompting agents that then write the code.
That's the guy who built Claude Code. The first time I heard him say that, it sounded crazy to me. Like, what do you mean with you don't prompt the AI anymore? But before I will explain everything about that, I want to talk about a problem you and I both have. I want to describe our days first, because I think I already know what your days look like. So you've got Claude open and maybe even a few tabs of it. You send a prompt, and while Claude is working for you, you flip over to YouTube Shorts. Just for a few seconds. And then when it's finished, you can go back to Claude. So you read it, and then you can start sending the next prompt. And then you can go back to YouTube Shorts. Or obviously any other high dopamine you can find on your laptop. And that is exactly what you do all day. Yes, it's faster than the way you used to work. Way faster. So you close your laptop and you feel like you had a productive day. But there is this quiet feeling underneath it, like you didn't really build anything today. You just hit the ceiling of prompting. And almost everyone using AI right now is sitting under the same ceiling. They just haven't put a name to it. So now back to the guy from the start. He doesn't deal with this anymore. But not because he types faster or thinks better than you. He just stopped doing the one thing you and I do all day. And no, he didn't quit social media. But once you see what he does instead, you will not be able to unsee it. This is really where we are heading the next 6 months.
It'll go and it'll automatically book the ticket, and then it'll send it to me. And it'll book like the tickets. It knows to book like hotels, and it knows all my like flight and hotel preference. And it'll just do this automatically. And so, like I was just in Tokyo for Code with Claude, and then, I was in London and Berlin for Code with Claude before that. And it just fully booked all the tickets. It was this like multi-leg like flight and hotel thing, and it just booked everything. I wasn't involved at all.
Intervene at all?
Not at all.
So I'm not here to tell you prompting is bad. Prompting changed everything. You just say what you want and AI creates it. It's beautiful. But I don't need to tell you this, you already know this. You can have no degree, no team, no years of training, but still you can make the most amazing things. And if that's how you've been building, you were never wrong. You were on the right track. But the next thing is coming. Prompting was always the first step. It was never meant to be the finish line. And let me now say something very philosophical. Treating that first step like the finish line is exactly what creates that hollow feeling. And the reason for that is pretty mechanical. Every single thing the AI does for you still starts with you, because you spot the work, you kick it off, you read what comes back, and you decide if it's any good. You paste it somewhere and then you start the next one. So you are not the builder in that setup. You are actually just wiring between the AI and the actual work. And surprise, there's only one of you. So the better the AI gets, the more this line hurts. Because let's be honest, the slow part isn't Claude anymore. The slow part is how fast you can prompt, read, and react. So all of a sudden, you've quietly become the bottleneck in your own setup. That's the real ceiling. You spend your whole day prompting, when actually the system should be doing that part for you. And this is exactly that again.
Loops are like a higher order function. So it's sort of like we're stepping up the abstraction ladder. It's one more step.
Yeah.
So loops are sort of like as big as the step from source code to agents was.
So what does he actually do instead? It is actually simpler than it sounds. He doesn't prompt Claude. He just writes down the goal and the rules one time. And then a system does the prompting for him over and over again. And it checks its own work as it goes. So he sets it up once and it runs without him sitting there. And that is exactly what he means when he says he writes loops. So let me make that more concrete. Two people using the exact same AI. The first one says, Claude, fix this bug. Then they wait, they read it, they prompt again. And every round needs them in a chair. But the second person says it once. For example, hey Claude, keep an eye on my work. When this kind of things show up, handle it like this. And then they walk away. But the work still gets done, but they are just not there for it. And reminder, they use the same AI. And the second person just got way more done. And the first person is just babysitting every step to get there. And that's the real price. the second person isn't getting more done in the moment. They got their attention back. So this is the part that actually matters. What he is doing isn't a coding skill, it's a thinking skill. And it comes down to 3 shifts. The first one, think in goals, not in tasks. A task is write this welcome email. Every new sign up gets a real welcome message. But a goal is every new sign up gets a welcome within the hour. And the task, it needs you every time. The goal can run on its own. So the second one, move the work to the front. So the prompting doesn't really disappear. It just moves. You do it once at the start, teaching the system how you think and what good looks like. So no, it isn't free. You just pay the thinking cost up front, but you stop paying it every single day after that. So the third one, make sure it can catch its own mistakes. Because if you can't trust it, you will never use it. And then you are back to babysitting. So you build in a way for it to check its own work before you ever look at it. So 3 shifts, and none of them are about typing faster. They are about thinking clearly enough that the work can run without you. Because that's what this is really about. It was never about loops or Claude or prompts. It's about not being the machine anymore. Going from being the person who does the work to the person who decides how the work gets done. The people who build the most interesting things over the next years won't be the ones with the best prompts. They will be the ones who build something that runs without them. So if you want to be one of them, make sure to like and subscribe, and then we'll see each other in my next video.